I never thought my journey to a new country would start with me delivering a baby at an airport. My name is Sofia Hernandez. I'm 27 years old from Mexico City, and on that day, I was traveling alone to Toronto, Canada, for a fresh start. I was supposed to land in Canada, meet my cousins, and start my new life. But life had other plans for me. The moment I reached Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport for my connecting flight, I felt this strange pressure in my lower back. I told myself it was just the long walk from terminal to terminal. I was in denial because my due date was still weeks away. I thought, no, this can't be happening. Not here, not now. I remember sitting down near gate C-27, clutching my stomach and breathing heavily. People around me started to notice, but I kept saying, I'm fine, I just need some water. Inside, though, I was panicking. The waves of pain were stronger, closer, unmistakable. I was in labor. A young woman, maybe in her 30s, approached me and asked, "Are you pregnant?" I nodded, barely able to speak. That's when she shouted for help, and within minutes, airport staff and two travelers who happened to be nurses were at my side. Suddenly, I wasn't just a passenger, I was a patient. They rushed me to a quieter space right near a first aid station, but there was no time to transfer me anywhere else. The contractions were too strong. The nurses kept telling me, "You're going to have this baby right here." I remember crying, trembling, surrounded by strangers in an airport, in a country that wasn't even mine. People formed a barrier with their coats and luggage, trying to give me privacy. One man held up a blanket so I wouldn't feel so exposed. The kindness of strangers was overwhelming. The airport staff kept calling paramedics, but the baby wasn't waiting. Within minutes, I was pushing, guided by the nurses' calm but urgent voices. And then it happened. In the middle of Dallas Airport, in a place meant for departures and arrivals, I gave birth to my son. His first cries echoed across the terminal, and I'll never forget the way people clapped and cheered, even as I was shaking and exhausted. The paramedics finally arrived, cut the cord, and wrapped him in a blanket from the airline. They told me my baby was healthy despite arriving early. I held him against my chest, tears rolling down my face, still in shock but overwhelmed with love. Instead of boarding a plane to Canada that day, I boarded an ambulance to the nearest hospital. My cousins met me later, but I always laugh and say my son didn't want to wait for immigration. He wanted to be born between flights in a place that sees millions of journeys, but became the start of his. Every time I think back, I realize how extraordinary it was. I went from being just another traveler with a boarding pass to a mother holding her newborn in the most unexpected place. Airports are meant for takeoffs and landings, but for me, it became the birthplace of my greatest adventure.